Can you talk to us about this fine balancing act for Europe and what that means?
Well, you know, what I find extraordinary is that sort of 10, 15 minutes into this debate, we haven't really used the word energy. And certainly in this part of the world, the energy shock that we have suffered, are suffering, and probably will continue to suffer, has had a major impact. And I think this is not specific to Europe, but there is certainly a dependency of European countries, and the euro area is certainly a point in case, to external supply from foes. And that has had a major impact on prices. It is certainly a very driving force, a strong driving force of the inflation that we have experienced in the last few months. This has been, as you said, Jay, exacerbated by the war. And I think the proximity of Europe relative to the war scene has had probably a more significant impact on the price both of energy and of food, which are clearly very important components to take into account, including in inflation expectations, as was discussed earlier. But we also have, that end is a series of supply shocks that are hitting the European economy. But we also have this recovery that is very much underway, that is certainly driven by services because of the swing that we've observed from goods to services, and which is also supporting the economy. We have very low unemployment numbers, high employment participation. Some of it is more attributable to public service jobs than private sector, although that is also back to pre-pandemic moments. And we have a couple of other items, such as significant savings that are still to be used, hopefully, or not. And we have fiscal policy. And the fiscal policy that we are seeing at the moment is roughly in the range of 1% GDP. But, we need to see how fiscal authorities move, where they move, and we certainly hope that they will move in a targeted, temporary way in order to make sure that they support the most vulnerable and not in a broad and discriminated fashion as we have unfortunately observed so far.
Why do you prefer actually the more gradual approach? So yesterday you reiterated 25 basis points hike.
Gradual for monetary policy?
For monetary policy.
Well, don't forget, I didn't say gradual full stop. I said gradual but optional. Yeah. And I think it's a combination of the two that actually matters for us. Moving gradually is certainly appropriate in times of very high uncertainty, but as the uncertainty will clear on various accounts, we will have to certainly be less gradual and give more weight to optionality. But we have both of them in combination at the moment, optionalities being also a very critical aspect of our determination.